She likes. What is up? I've landed. I'm in Orlando. Hello, curious creatures of the world. Today is a vlog day. I'm going to Florida. This is my first time flying, and probably a lot of people have not flown. They're in the same boat. This is my first time flying since I went to Arizona, I think in February. So when I went to Arizona, I was going to like really high touristic areas. I saw the Navajo Nation, I saw Grand Canyon, I went to the national park, and I've been to the Grand Canyon before, and it was super packed with actually a lot of Asian tourists and Chinese tourists. And when I went the second time, there was like nobody there. This was the beginning of coronavirus kind of hitting the United States and closing the borders here. I mean, it's been going on, I know that. Like, if my students are watching, we have been on the forefront of this. I mean, not forefront, but we were following the news heavily. We never thought it would get to this magnitude, but here I am. I'm in Newark Airport, and it's like an experience I've never experienced before. It's an experience like no other. I grew up in the 9/11 times. My undergrad was Middle Eastern Studies and Political Science because I was so heavily influenced by what happened with 9/11. I'm used to long lines. I'm used to long check-in, especially living in New York. Like, you need to give 3 hours maximum before you get to your gate so that you can take your shoes off, so that they can search your bag, so that they can search your computer. I've been searched many times. My boyfriend's been searched many times. Like, he always gets flagged and gets taken to the side, and then they have to search his bag. This time, freaking breeze. Like, I think that the guards and the security, they're hungering for people. Usually when I've traveled, like, they're like, passport please, thank you, bye. They were trying to chat me up. They were trying to like ask me how things are going, where my family's from, if I'm Filipino, what language I speak. It was just like, okay, you're bored, man. It's insane. And everybody's wearing a mask. I have a mask. I have a shield. I'm actually gonna show you everything that I packed for my carry-on for the pandemic. So pandemic packing, okay? So I'm gonna do some pandemic packing carry-on. So let me show you what I brought on my first plane flight during this pandemic. So I have this. All right. So I have this bag here, and it's perfect. It says eat, sleep, travel. And I actually just take this and fold it up into my bag. If I need more space, I take that out, and it's perfect for travel. I always recommend you have an extra bag inside your bag. In here, I just have my water bottle. I filled it up with some water because a lot of places are closed. Like, I regret not getting a coffee before getting through check-in because like the options here are not very good anymore. Got my salad, to-go salad in case I get hungry and there's nothing available. I've got that, right? Can't let me be hangry, because if I'm hangry, then nobody's happy. Then I have my belt bag, but I wear it like this. It's the first time I've tried it, you know. Let's see, what do I have in here? I have my wallet, right? I love this wallet because it just opens up and then you can see all of your cards. I have gloves. I have my phone, antibacterial hand sanitizer. Gotta have this, gotta. Lotion, because you get dry. I also have like really dry skin. Like, I'm not an oily person. My face tends to get dry. I've actually been using Vaseline to moisturize my face. So I got lotion. I always travel with cough drops because you never know when your throat starts to feel scratchy, itchy. You just want some soothing stuff. So I always bring this. And if somebody also has like a cough, I will also offer them a cough drop. Also, if there's an inkling that I'm gonna cough, I know that they're gonna stone me. The mob is gonna come. And I have several masks in my little pouch, so I'm ready. Travel essential, some fresh breath, because you don't want to be having stanky breath when you're sitting next to somebody. You don't want them to have stanky breath. And right now, when you're wearing your face covering, you know who the stanky breath's gonna go to? You. So I better do this now. And that's for that. Okay, what else did I bring? I actually have a face shield, okay? So if I wanna go to the grocery store and I don't wanna wear the mask, I think I could get away with just wearing a shield. So there you go. I think the face shield is a great idea. I don't know if they're available for everybody, but my mom works in the ICU, so I was able to get one from her because I didn't take them from any nurses. They are having now an excess of personal protective equipment, and so there's more to spare. Okay, so what is in my jumbo backpack? I love this backpack, by the way. I always bring this backpack when I travel because it doesn't have a zipper, which means I feel like it can expand and I can just stuff things. Like I love to travel. Travel is one of my big passions and I hope to share it with you guys, but I'm not a good minimalist packer. Never have been, never think I will be. Like, I don't need to bring a lot of things, and yet I manage my luggage to be 49.5 pounds. I was like, because that is just 0.5 pounds, my limit. I would have had to pay, but luckily the travel gods graced me and I'm at 49.5 pounds. Number one, computer, gotta have that for your editing. A bunch of face masks, right? So they're disposable. I can use them when I travel. I can use them when I go to the grocery store. And I have, do you guys remember this from the pencil case haul? I really liked it and I wanted to use it for something. So I am using it kind of for like miscellaneous stuff. I have like my converter. I have nasal spray because sometimes I get really stuffed. I have a straw that I can use all the time. Ooh, gotta have this. I have vitamin C. My vitamin C, antioxidants, 24 nutrients, 7 B vitamins. I talked about B vitamins, like I'll link that up if you haven't seen that. But I think I'm gonna put this in my water, drink it up for extra immune booster while I'm flying, right? So the key is a strong immune system. Oh yes, travel Clorox wipes. So I'm going to kind of wipe my area, wipe my seat, wipe the handles or the little seat bar, wipe the tray, wipe everything before I get into the plane, before I sit down, right? So keeping extra safe. I've got blue light glasses. I like to use these when I'm on the computer all day. So everybody who's online, doing your work online, get yourself a pair of these. They're really good to reduce headache, to protect your eyes. Yeah. Okay, I've got a notebook for all of my ideas, lists I want to do, right? You gotta stay on top of being creative, being a creator, being journaling. So I always like to have a notebook. I have my cute little calendar here. I mean, granted, it's been kind of useless lately. I like to have it because in case like we decide to go to different states, I'll be able to write down everything I need to do, write down all the assignments I need to do, write down anything I need to get, done for work. But it's a really great idea to have just to keep yourself really organized. You can tell I love books, right? Now I have a little mini book that I keep everywhere with me. I have a pen right there. So if any ideas strike me, if I get any suggestions for videos, I put it in there. If I need to do anything for work, if I need to call somebody, I'll put their number or whatever it is. I got my dazzling thoughts right here. Ooh, here's my little pack of gloves and more masks. And these are Clorox wipes. So these are super strong disinfecting Clorox wipes. So in case the little ones in the little pack dry up, I always have those as a backup to clean everything. And I'll probably will travel around with that. If I take a Uber or whatnot, I will just make sure everything is clean. I understand that I'm traveling right now and it might not be the safest time, but I'm ensuring that everything I do is the safest possible. What else? Of course, I have my camera here. This is actually the camera that I shoot my sit-down videos with. When I vlog, I use a Canon G7X. This is the Canon G3X. And of course, my vitamins. If you didn't see the video I did on vitamins, I'll link it up in the cards, but I never leave without B complex, and apparently D is super important right now, so I also bring my A and my D. Okay, so you saw what I brought in my hand carry or my carry-on while I'm traveling. So if you're traveling right now, I definitely think that you need to bring some spare masks, some hand sanitizer, absolutely necessary hand sanitizer, some Clorox cleaning wipes, and extra food, right? Like bring your snacks, bring your sandwich, whatever you want to eat in case you get hungry, because a lot of places are still closed. Other than that, I almost think it's kind of a nice time to travel right now because it is quite relaxing. I did not feel so rushed going through the check, like the security check, because like a lot of times you have to take your shoes off, you have to take all the things out of your bag, and you feel super rushed and stressed out. I did not feel stressed out. I do not feel stressed out right now waiting for my plane. Nobody is around me. Like as you can see, nobody's really around. I see a couple of workers around cleaning, like everything's extra clean at this moment. So I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, so I will check in with you later. I'll let you know if anybody is sitting next to me on the plane. I'm flying solo right now. My boyfriend is already in Florida. He got his ticket for $11. Yeah, $11. But anyway, I'm gonna see if anybody's sitting next to me, if I get the whole row to myself, or if we're packed like sardines. I'm definitely gonna let you know about that. So check in with you later. Bye. Okay, so I am in the house in Palm Coast, Florida, the house that my boyfriend's mom lives in. We're staying here for a little bit to just chill and relax. And I just wanted to wrap up some things about my experience taking the plane here. So I noticed a lot of people had some questions. Yes, I did have to wear a mask the entire time. Everybody in Newark Airport in New York was wearing a mask. It was mandated. You had to wear a mask if you're in the airport. I don't know if it's like that for every single airport, but at least in New York it is like that. And then the majority of the terminal where we were waiting, the gate, there was nobody there, right? Like, I think I was like, from like 60 to 70, those were the numbers of all of the gates. Only one was full, and that's the one that I was leaving from to go to Orlando, and it was just empty. There was quite a bit of people for the plane, but not packed. So when I got into the plane, everybody was like social distancing, lining up to get in. And then they let us in kind of like by 10. And then I got to my seat and nobody was in the middle seat. There was another man there. He was wearing a mask. Everybody on the plane was wearing a mask. You needed to keep your mask on the entire time. They also provided like wipes for your seat if you wanted to wipe. I did wipe my seat because I had my own wipes, so I kind of wiped my area and it was fine. Nobody was in the middle seat. Most of the seats that had all of them taken, like all three were taken, was because it was family. So if you were in a group that traveled together, then yeah, it was taken. But if you were traveling alone, there was nobody in the middle. So that was pretty easy. It was good, it was nice, it felt safe. The guy next to me seemed a little bit like extra cautious, and he was using a lot of hand sanitizer. I went to the bathroom and really just washed my hands, and then, I mean, maybe one time I sanitized. I was kind of bored on the flight, to be honest. It was only 2 hours, super smooth, super easy, but this is what I did during my flight. I realized that you can't see that I'm smiling at you or trying to be friendly if you're trying to be friendly because you can't see my smile. So I needed to practice smizing. Like Tyra Banks, Next Top Model, yeah, you better get your smize on because with the mask, you can't even tell leaving the plane did get a little clumpy, okay? Like social distancing, like people were just up, kind of ready to go, but you couldn't. There was a decorum. They were letting you out by 10. And then when I got out, since I came from New York, they're a little bit more cautious with people coming from the big cities, especially New York. So they had a sheet that they took from me, and it had like my name, who I was traveling with. I wasn't traveling with anybody. The reason I'm coming to Florida, and the address that I'm staying in Florida. And they wanted me to quarantine for 14 days. I do believe that I am here for 14 days, so that's not going to be a problem. But they really don't have a way to mandate it. They kind of gave me like a certificate of numbers to call or emergency rooms to go to in case I do feel like I have symptoms. But other than that, it was pretty normal, standard. People have been asking, is everything back to normal? I would say not 100%. There probably is less flights out there, but if you do get a flight on the day that you want to go, then that flight is going. Right? So just pick the flight that you need, but there's probably not as many options. Yeah, and that's it. So I'm gonna freshen up because I know I kind of look crazy. It's been a whole day of flying. I'm gonna maybe re-put my makeup on, and then I'm gonna go have dinner because I believe in Florida you can eat inside of a restaurant. Bars are not open if they don't serve food, but if a place serves food, then you are allowed to go in, sit down, and kind of enjoy yourself. So I will let you know at the end of the day, or maybe I can take some shots of if people are packed tightly together, or if there remains some social distancing within restaurants. Okay, hey guys, I just wanted to come back and close out the vlog. It's about 7:49 now, so I woke up this morning about 9 o'clock, and then I got to my delayed flight, and it was all cool, and got to Orlando, drove up north to Palm Coast, about 2 hours away, and then I went to TJ Maxx. Like, if you don't know, I am a Maxxinista. Your girl loves a budget find. So it was cool to be in there. They are disinfecting. Everybody who is a worker or a cashier or any kind of TJ Maxx associate or employee does wear a face mask. I did notice that a lot of people, customers are wearing face masks, but it is not mandatory. I know that somebody asked me that on Instagram. It's not mandatory to wear a face mask, but I felt a little strange being online and not having one, so I just threw mine on just for that, and then I kind of took it off. I just make sure that I'm far away from people, but it seems like the other states that are not New York are opening up a little bit. I'm at a really cute oyster bar right now by the water, if you can see, and that is how the day went. So I hope you enjoyed this little perspective on New York versus Florida, and what I did while traveling, and the differences between states. That's all I have for today. So I hope you guys are staying safe, staying well, and in the meantime, keep learning and stay classy. Bye.